Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of GameSack. This week we're going to do Random Battle number 2. But firstly, Joe would like to talk about a brand new Sega Genesis Mega Drive game that came out last week.
It's called Star Odyssey, and it comes with a real box on a real cartridge so you can play it on your real Genesis or Mega Drive.
That's Joe keeping it real.
So we're going to take a look at that first off, so let's check it out. This game began its life in Japan, where it's known as Blue Almanac, an RPG that fans stood in line for over 3 years awaiting its release, feeding only on dead rats and others who were also waiting in line. The game was translated to English and was to be released in the US for the Genesis in 1991 by powerhouse third-party publisher Sage's Creation. Unfortunately, it never got released. Fast forward to whatever year this is, and now Super Fighter Team is finally releasing as it should have been done in the first place, with an all-new, much better English translation and the official rights granted from the original Japanese developer. Star Odyssey is an RPG that spans several worlds, though I've only been playing for less than an hour or so. You wander around town, talk to people, buy stuff, and fight battles. Lots and lots of random battles. There are a ton of them in here, and they happen often. Your first goal seems to be to get the parts to repair some kind of transport that you need to use to go other places. What's really awesome is one of the main selling points is voice-acted battle cries. I haven't heard any yet, but I'm wondering who those actors are. Maybe Jeff Bridges? Keanu Reeves? I don't know. But when I saw that, I had to get this game. I've just gotta find out. So far, everything seems pretty cool, but it does look a bit primitive in comparison to Pure Solar, another brand new RPG on the Genesis. Still, you definitely want to give this one a try if you're into RPGs. Well, that's Star Odyssey for you. What did you think of it, Dave?
It looked alright, but I didn't get to play it.
Yeah, well, that's because this is my copy, not yours. But for now, let's get on with the random battle.
Here we go, Random Battle number 2. Let's start.
And this is how it works. Come on in, Jen. And what we'll do is the lovely Jen will choose a game randomly out of the game stack and give it to Dave and give one to me. And what we need to do is Dave needs to argue why his game that he got is better than the one I got and vice versa. So with that said, Jen, give Dave a game. What'd you get?
Axelay.
Oh.
Alright. Easy.
Alright, Jen, give me a game. And I get R-Type on the Sega Master System.
Indeed.
Alright, let's get to this.
I'm going to lay the axe down on why Axelay is better than R-Type for the Sega Master System. Axelay for the Super Nintendo is an awesome shooter that's better than R-Type because 1. This game has both vertical and side-scrolling levels. I don't recall R-Type having any of this awesomeness. 2. The music is monumental and has been listened to on more iPods than R-Type. R-Type has some good tunes, but nothing nearly as memorable as what is known as Axelay. 3. Some of the creators of Axelay defected and helped form Treasure of Gunstar Heroes and Radiant Silvergun fame. R-Type creators went on forming Acme Janitorial Services and now clean hard, crusty toilets. 3.5. Everyone knows what Axelay is, but not many people know what R-Type is. A recent poll at world-renowned GameStop asking gamers about Axelay and R-Type, the most common response was, yes, Axelay is our type of shooter. 4. Konami is known for creating lots of great shooters like Gradius and Life Force. They have experience where it counts. They put all of this experience into making Axelay. You need to plan your moves and use lots of strategy to get past this game, as it is not forgiving. Nintendo praised Konami for this game because it resulted in a lot of Smash controllers and therefore lots of extra money for Nintendo. And number 5, Axelay is regarded as one of the best shooters ever. Only someone with serious mental defects would think R-Type on the Sega Master System could be better. I mean, come on, just look at how awesome this game is. Joe, you cannot argue this. And that is why I think Axelay for the Super Nintendo kills R-Type for the Master System. Can you comprehend that, Joe? Can you even beat a game this awesome?
Well, yes, in fact, I think I can. Let's look at R-Type on the Sega Master System right now. R-Type on the Master System blows away Axelay in every conceivable way, but here are some of the main reasons. Number 1. Axelay is comprised of both horizontally and vertically scrolling levels, but R-Type is not confused about its sexuality and knows exactly what it wants to be. It's pure horizontally scrolling goodness. Number 2. R-Type is original. You don't just fly around and shoot things, but you need to use your extra little floaty thingy strategically and shoot forwards, backwards, and shield yourself from enemies and their shots. Axelay is your standard shooter where you shoot anything that moves. Number 3. R-Type has lots of organically styled enemies and graphics unlike the stone-cold worlds in Axelay. You definitely get a weird alien vibe from this game that Axelay just can't compete with since it was drawn by lousy artists who have probably never even seen a real alien. Number 4. R-Type has an extra bonus stage. That's how awesome this game is. They put in an extra level that you have to find on your own by backing into a certain spot. You are then rewarded with an awesome extra level that isn't in any other version of the game. What happens when you try to back into a secret spot in Axelay? You die. And number 5. R-Type for the Sega Master System was reprogrammed by Compile, makers of Musha, Space Megaforce, Blazing Lasers, and Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. It was based on an arcade game programmed by IRAM and distributed in the US by Nintendo. Axelay was programmed by a few guys who got sick of making crap games like this for Konami, and they left to form Treasure to make games for Sega platforms. Konami only wishes they had thought up a great game like R-Type. And that is why R-Type for the Sega Master System is clearly better than Axelay on the Super Nintendo.
You, sir, are smoking glue.
I sniff glue, I don't smoke it.
Well, I don't do drugs, so I don't know the terminology, but how can you say an arcade port is better than a built-from-the-ground 16-bit game for the system?
Well, Zardion by Asmic is also built from the ground up for a 16-bit system, and it's a piece of crap.
Well, it is
just
a piece of
like
crap.
Axelay.
Axelay is awesome.
R-Type is better than Axelay.
You don't know
no
what
matter
you're,
how awesome
you
it
don't
is.
know what you're talking
I
about.
do too.
And I'm
This
about
is
to
way
prove it.
better than Axelay.
Whoa.
What?
They're both good games, okay?
Oh, well, I guess that's true.
You're right, you're right.
You want to borrow R-Type?
If you borrow Axelay.
I'll do that. This might be kind of good. Hey man, I'm done with Axelay. It's really cool. I beat it. Are you done with R-Type?
Yeah, that game's awesome, dude. I'm playing Star Odyssey now.
What the hell? That's mine. I told you not to play that. Get your own copy.
There's so much text in here.
Oh my god! Oh!